Electronics and Information Technology Minister Ashwini Vaishnav has called India a resilient economy. He said that India is to grow at 6 to 8% in real terms and 10 to 13% in nominal terms in the next 5 years. Speaking in Davos at a session on Can India become the third largest economy in the world, Minister Vaishnav said that India's exports have increased despite tariffs and that fundamentals of the economy are so strong that it will help the country sail through the turbulent period.
Fundamentals, macro as well as micro, are very strong, and that's really helped us through this turbulent period. Our exports have actually increased despite the tariffs. Our producers are finding new markets. We are growing our export sector in multiple ways. For example, electronics exports has now become the third largest exported commodity out of India, after, of course, engineered goods and petroleum products, which was like unbelievable even 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, this was unbelievable.
And Minister Vaishnav spoke about cooperative federalism, where the national and state governments work together to usher in reforms. He mentioned a range of reforms that have taken place which have been made possible because of cooperative federalism.
Follow a model of cooperative federalism where the central government and the state governments, we work together to bring out many of the reforms. And some of the reforms which are happening in Maharashtra, in Andhra Pradesh, in Odisha, many of these reforms are now becoming the template for other states to follow. And the labor reforms implementation is a major step. GST simplification, labor reforms, opening the nuclear energy sector to private sector, and reforms in practically every sector. We have two groups of ministers which are working on half the ministries in one group, half the ministries in other group, where we are going down to the procedural reforms, to legal reforms, to every possible reform that we can have.
The minister spoke about how the government has changed laws and procedures to make them forward-looking and simplify them and make them technology-enabled.
Big exercise is right now going to reshape the legal structure tuned to modern times, because many of the laws were written in a time when the government and the political setup of that period, I'm saying of the early from 1950 to 1990, that was a period when the governments were basically very inward looking. They were very protectionist. Every sector we are trying to bring in a totally new legal framework, a totally new procedural framework built on the technology stack that we have.